All right, and we are back, baby. Let's see if that. I still don't think my mic's picking up perfectly on the Blue Snowball. So let's get it. Let's just hop right into it. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Idols to Rivals podcast. This is episode number 49. I appreciate everybody liking it. Appreciate everybody following, all that stuff. If you didn't know, these episodes are all recorded live on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. If you just look up Jack Hummell, you will find it. And they're also posted to Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play if you have an Android. And yeah, they come out every Wednesday. We're almost on episode 50. Episode 50 should be a good one. I'm thinking about having a guest on that one. You guys seem to really like when I had my buddy Brooks on episode 27 or 29, whatever it was. But it went really well. It's a lot easier to talk whenever you have someone to talk to and not just a microphone or a screen of yourself. So it should be pretty good. I'm in the works of talking to a couple people. So the next couple episodes might have a guest, which would be really exciting. Can't wait. I love people are reaching out. It's gaining, as it gains traction, people are reaching out. People are telling me, hey, they want to be on the podcast. They want to tell stories. And that's what this is about. This whole podcast is about the journey. This whole podcast is about learning, about fucking up, about getting back up, not knowing what you're doing at all times. And I think really expressing that from a lot of different views of people rather than just myself, because I am very quick to admit it. I'm very quick to let it out there because I think it helps. I've never really had a problem with being open. A lot of times I'm way too open and too quickly with people, which I think can be, intimidating, whatever it may be. But I think having a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different people to kind of share, hey, I'm struggling too. Everybody's struggling, but you know what? I'm getting through it. Here are the good things that happen. Here are the things I learned, because it ain't all sunshine and rainbow. But at the same time, I don't want it to be something where it's just a downer. The point of this is that the struggle, the suck, the getting through the pain is what makes the good things so sweet. And I'm excited about it. Like I said, I have a couple people I'm talking to. Might have a guest on episode 50. It'll be exciting. Episode 50 will come out the 26th. I feel like we're flying through May. It's been a great month. It's been a time. I keep saying I've only been in Fort Lauderdale for a month, but at this point it's almost 2. Super exciting. Memorial Day is coming up, and then I've been talking to a lot of people. I can't wait for 4th of July down here, going on the boat hopefully. And down here is just everybody is always getting after it. Everybody's always turns up to 11. Everyone is ready to go. So I think 4th of July down here is going to be a blast. I can't wait. I'm sure there'll be big boat parties. I'm sure there'll be all sorts of day drinking. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, Memorial Day is coming up. So hopefully everyone will have that off. And in other news, so as I normally like to start these videos and this podcast, my name is Jack, at Jack Hummell on Instagram, on YouTube. Those are the 2 big ones. On Spotify, if you go. And shout out to all my coworkers who found out I had a podcast today. Shout out Tizzy, Alec, Sean, Butchie, all you guys. I appreciate you guys, as I know you were listening to it while we were working. So that was very interesting. And finding out and knowing that people were kind of listening to what you record in your bedroom is kind of funny. But all love. I appreciate it. It's really cool to see and have people look it up and see it on Spotify, because it was cool. The first time I saw it, that I can't believe you can just get on a free platform and next to your favorite artist, I'm on the same thing. It's a really surreal feeling, but super excited for that. I love the work environment that I'm at. People are super cool. It's all about the people. I got lucky at my last job too. I really enjoyed the people I worked with. I haven't had a job where it was terrible. Like every day, the people sucked. I mean, the work at my last job wasn't the best. Didn't enjoy it. Obviously, that's why I left. But the people there were awesome. The people there were great. And same thing with where I'm working at now. The people there are a good time, and everyone's pretty much on the same page, which is fun and young and just getting after it. And that's the biggest goal. That's the biggest thing. And so kind of related to that, sports are back. They are officially back. I've been seeing Snapchats. I've been seeing videos of everybody going to NHL games, playoff hockey. People are going to Marlins games. People are going to baseball games, basketball games. It's exciting. It's great to see. And I think even the players, you can see they've been getting into fights. They've been just going at each other. It's been a great time. Seeing sports back is a huge step in getting the world back to where it should be, getting the world back to how it was a year and a half ago. And I can't believe it was a year. Was it a year? No, March. So I guess 14 months. But it is awesome to see people back, hearing the cheers, hearing the crowd go crazy. And there's a video of, I think, a Florida Gator busting a sweep out to the right and against Auburn, which makes it even better. But you just hear the crowd kind of get a little riled up, and then as soon as he gets past the corner, the crowd just freaks out. And that feeling of just being in a stadium, and the crowd erupts, everyone's on the same page is something I missed. And you can even hear it. You can hear the commentators, you can hear the players, they love it. And it's a sign that the world's getting back to normal. And I think that is good for everybody. Everybody needs it. I think mentally more than anything, everybody needs things to go back to normal. But speaking of not going back to normal, we can kind of dip off for a little bit. This gas crisis thing is absolutely hilarious. I haven't done any research on it. I'm the last person you should ask. I don't know why. All I know is my Twitter feed, my Facebook feed, everything is filled up with people filling up Walmart bags, people filling up Tupperware with no lid with gas. I mean, I'm watching people get a gas pump, lay across every piece of Tupperware that they have, and then filling up one by one. How on earth do you plan on getting that back? Not to mention gas prices are skyrocketing because people are doing that. So if everybody just didn't do that, wouldn't really have that problem. But it's incredible to watch. It is, human race is a crazy, crazy thing. 1 minute we're landing on the moon. The next we're putting gas in Tupperware, which once again, even if you get it back and don't spill it, you now have Tupperware that you have to toss out. You can't, if you've ever dropped a drop of gas in your car, you know it's almost impossible to get the smell out. It's borderline, you have to sell the thing. It's absolutely insane. Gas is one of those smells that does not leave, especially fabric. And so seeing people that are just, and I would pay money to see a GoPro in the back of one of these guys' cars as they just hit the first red light and just dumps. And your Kia Soul and your Honda Accord are just covered in gasoline. You got to sell it. You got to sell it or reupholster the whole thing. It's crazy. It's interesting to watch. It's sad. It's funny all at the same time. But I think that's kind of been the theme for the past year and a half. Is it's funny and sad at the same time. You know, those moments where you're like, you know what? I'm glad I'm not there. But at the same time, you're like, damn, I'm walking the earth with these people. I'm walking around, and this is what's going on. So it's an interesting time. But like I said, on a positive note, things are coming back. I'm super excited. And just kind of a review, I guess I don't want to say review, but just kind of a tip. So I grew up watching pro wrestling. My grandparents had ties to pro wrestling, things like that. And I think a lot of young guys did as well. And so even if you're not really into pro wrestling, the kind of culture and aura around pro wrestling has always been weird because is it fake? Is it real? Blah, blah, blah. We know that the match finishes are all predetermined, but these people are really getting hit with these things. Now, obviously, you know, barbed wire and stuff can be fake, or a chair can be like bended already, or tables pre-cut, stuff like that. But if you have free time, look up The Dark Side of the Ring. It's a Vice show, and I know Vice can be here, there, whatever it is. People feel different ways about Vice. Watch it. Watch Brian Pillman, one of the greatest documentaries I've ever watched. If you didn't know, a lot of wrestlers Chris Benoit, if you look him up, he has a tragedy where he had a bunch of brain injuries, ended up killing his family, things like that. And it's just, wrestling has always come with these random deaths, or it could be head injuries. They don't know. There haven't been enough research, but watch Brian Pillman. It's a great documentary. If you're into that, it is not the happiest one in the world. It starts off pretty great, and then it kind of goes downhill. You know where it's going the whole time, but look into it. It's very interesting. Like I said, even if you're not into wrestling, I think it's super cool. I guess cool is not the word. I think it's very well done. The guys that direct it, they're also doing dark side of football. So they're doing things. They did an episode on Chad Johnson. I think they're really well made. I like documentaries. I like things like that. So if you're into that, go check it out. Other news, it's been a great week. I know I did kind of a post birthday. I guess I really haven't talked about it since then because birthday was the 11th, so that was a Tuesday. Did the podcast right after that, and that was more of I don't know. I always feel like I get preachy on these. I always feel like I get motivational on these and things like that. But that episode was interesting. There was a lot of things going on. Didn't really know how to feel, and I think things have kind of come more into perspective. Everything I say still holds true. Is just you're getting older. And like I said, it only really feels different whenever someone goes, hey, how old are you? You say 24. It only really feels different. Or today, I think I said to a coworker, just turned 24. And they're like, why did you say that? It's like, well, I turned 24 a week ago. And, I'm trying to fight it off. And, of course, they're like, oh, I'm 28. I'm whatever it is. So they think it's funny. And It is. It's crazy that I feel, like I said in the last episode, I feel like I'm 16. I feel like I'm 18. Nothing's really changed. I'm in the same mindset. I'm in a different place with different people, but that mindset of just getting after it. And I think every day that goes by, it intensifies. Like the fact that all of that was a week ago is a blink of an eye. And the fact that I've been here a month is a blink of an eye. Like the days go by long, but the weeks and the months go by quick. The years go by quick. And really, it really kind of hits home. It really gets serious as soon as your birthday comes around. And I think you'll see that maybe with your parents, maybe as your parents get a year, if they hit a big milestone, if they hit 40, 45, 50, you can kind of see that things get a little more real for them when they're looking at those candles and the cake, or you're singing them happy birthday and they're just like, you can kind of see it, just the faintest glimmer of, they're like, wow, like time is always moving and I'm just getting after it. And I heard a great quote from someone I went on, a father of a friend of mine, and he said, youth is wasted on the young. And that was 6 years ago. So I was 18 at the time. And I was always big into quotes. I always have been, self-help, stuff like that, motivation. As you can tell by the 49 episodes where I just rant about, trying to psych myself up, trying to get people to chase after stuff and be their biggest motivator, because I get it. I don't have a bunch of people saying, hey, I just go get it. Go record your podcast in your room. Go film vlogs of yourself. Go, take photos of yourself, whatever it may be. You don't have those cheerleaders. And especially at the beginning, and I've made multiple podcasts on this, but especially at the beginning, whenever you need that support, whenever you need that grind, and you have 50 followers, you have 10 followers, you have one like, that's your mom or your other account that you made to like it. That's when you need it the most. That's when you need to be, whenever the people in real life are telling you, your friends, your family, whoever it may be, if you had that where it was like, oh, okay, yeah, they're making fun of you because you're doing what you want to do. And you're like, oh, I have 10,000 followers. What do you mean? Or, oh, I just won a science fair. Or, oh, I just passed it. Oh, I just got into Brown, whatever it may be. That's when you need it the most. But that's when you don't have it. That's when you got to earn it. You got to earn your stripes. You got to keep going and fake it till you make it. And you just got to be your number one. You got to be your ride or die, because, and I always thought that sounded so corny. I hated that for the longest time. I was just like, be your biggest fan, because it just felt like, that's why. But in a sense, it's true, because like I said, when you have 43 subscribers, when you have, 0 likes on Instagram for your art or your photography or whatever it is, or your clothing brand, and you sell 2 shirts. I've been there. I get it. I'm still there. That's when you need that support the most, and that's when you're not going to get it. And if you can just put your head down and grind and get through that, it'll be so worth it. And guess what? That's coming from a guy who hasn't made it yet, who doesn't know if it's worth it. That's what I'm saying. But I know it will be. And I keep talking to people about like, oh, why are you doing this? Oh, you're kind of bouncing around. You're doing a lot of stuff. And it's because, we get one at bat. We get one shot at this whole life thing. If you believe we have more power to you. Hope we do. Maybe, unless things are great on the other side, if there is another side. But, I'm just shooting. I'm just shooting until I make it. And for a long time, it was talk about doing it. For a long time, it was, oh, yeah, I have all these great plans. I'm sitting at the lunch table for high school. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And by saying it and not doing it, I felt like I had done it subconsciously. I wasn't saying like, oh, yeah, I've got it. I'm super successful. I'm where I want to be. I have all the friends I want. I'm dating the girl I want. But subconsciously, by me keep saying like, oh, yeah, I'm going to start this. Oh, yeah, I'm going to start doing that. I would think I'd already done it. And I didn't. I would get nowhere. And I still tell people what I'm doing, because now it's more of an accountability thing rather than and it's a proving to myself that even if people do rag on you, because they do, every other one, 70%, whatever it is going to rag on you. If it's not to your face, it's to somebody else. And that's not a negative. That's not, oh my God, boo-hoo. It's part of it. And I've learned to love that after however many episodes, however many vlogs. I've learned to love that is part of the game. Because a lot of people don't mean it out of malice. There's always this like, oh, fuck the haters, whatever it is, which most of them, yeah. But a lot of people just don't understand your dream. A lot of people don't understand what you're going after. And why should they? It's yours. But that's why I try to use this platform as like the one person, even if I don't know you at all or know you well, to try to be that one person that's, hey, you want to go be a surfer? Go fucking be a surfer. You want to paint for the rest of your life? Go paint. You want to be a violin player, be a violin player. Whatever it is, you want to be a teacher, be a teacher. Even if I'm just like that half a heartbeat of like, you know what, I could maybe do it. Just go for it. You know, I had people supporting me. I had people backing me up, and I thank them forever. And I just promised myself that I would never be the guy to shoot somebody down. Doesn't matter if I'm talking to you at a party for 15 seconds. And as you know, if I've done this to you, I'll be like, you know, what makes you get out of bed? What gets you going? What's your reason? And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, no, I give you $1 billion right now. What are you doing? Oh, I'd fly to Barbados. Oh, I'd do this, whatever it may be. I start playing guitar. I'd be a professional boxer. Whatever it is. I didn't care if it was the craziest shit in the world. I didn't care if it was, I want to make left-handed ice cream scoopers. Like, go do it. You got it. Always. Always. Haven't been consistent about everything in my life, but I know for a fact I've been consistent about that. No matter if I was tore up at a party, couldn't hear you, whatever it is, I know for a fact that I would tell people that, because I never, ever want to be on the other side of the list. You know, my supporters, or hey, who shot me down, who shot down my dream. I don't even need to know you. I'll never be on that side. And it could mean the difference between people going for it or not. It could mean the difference between people starting a business and getting generational wealth for their grandkids. You don't know. Why not? So why be on the wrong side? Why shoot somebody's shit down? Even if you don't believe in it, even if you don't understand it. Because when people do it to you, you're going to hate it. And I don't know if this is coming off as positive, but it's supposed to be. It's awesome, the fact that once you adopt that mindset, once you go around and just like, oh, you want to be, I don't know, you want to be an artist. I don't know why I keep using art. I guess it's because I create, and that's what it wants to be. You want to be a real estate agent. Go for it. Get your license. Take a step. Go for it. You don't know anything about real estate? Internet. It's a beautiful, beautiful world we live in, and you can get after it. And if no one else believes in you, I got your back, I promise. And I get it. Like I said, the toughest part is, and I'm still figuring it out, toughest part is whenever you need that support, whenever you need the proof of concept, is exactly when you're not going to have it. Whenever you're walking around with your first 5 views on a video, or your first 5th place in a swim meet, that's when you're going to need, like, oh, you put in all these hours and you finished 5th. That's when you're going to need to be like, damn, if I would have finished first, everyone would have believed in me. That's not when you're going to get it. You're not going to get it. Maybe your shit blows up quick and then you go and have a day, and that does happen. Good on you. I'm not waiting for that. I am just pumping out as much stuff as I possibly can until I figure out either what I love, what I hate, and what I'm going to do. Because I figured out stuff I hate. I hate politics. I worked on Capitol Hill. Awesome experience. Met some awesome people. Crazy time. And I'm sure I'll go into that on a podcast. But I realized I hated politics. I realized I'm never going to work on on Capitol Hill in politics. Guess what? Boom. Whole sector gone. Don't need to worry about that. Check. Gone. Don't need to worry about ever doing that again. I just saved myself years of maybe I want to do this. Maybe I want to be a lobbyist. I don't fucking know. No, I don't. I don't want to do any of that. That shit sucks. It's terrible. I don't get how people do it. But I'm sure the same thing with finance. I'm sure the same thing with accounting, because I don't like accounting either. It's all about, even if you learn what you hate, you've learned something, and now you're just one less path. So just keep going after it. And I don't know. I wish we were in a world, obviously, I mean, fuck. I wish everyone had their dreams, so does everybody. But it's cool when someone opens up to you, that feeling of like, when you get over that level of like, we're kind of acquaintances, we kind of bullshit. It's like, how you feeling today? Oh yeah, I'm feeling great. Oh, are you drinking espresso again? All right, cool. Yeah. All right, bye. When you get to that moment where it's like people open up to you, or you open up to someone else, it's a cool moment. It's like a flick of a switch, and you know it, whether it be subconsciously, whether it be, you're like, damn, you're like, we're actually like cool now. We're actually hanging out. We're actually talking to each other, and I'm telling them stuff. They're telling me stuff. It's a cool moment when you get inside the mind, inside the heart of somebody, and connect with somebody. That's what we're all about. I mean, that's my crutch. I need stimulus. I need people. I need everything around me at all times, which is good and is bad. I had to come to terms with taking time to be away, taking time to shut off a laptop, taking time to put my phone down and just let my mind sit. That's why getting into meditating took so long, was because I was afraid of what was going to happen when I just left myself alone with my mind. I was worried where it was going to go. And I was in a completely different place, mentally, spiritually, everything like that. But it boiled down to I was afraid of being alone. I was afraid of what my thoughts were going to be. And so it was like, it took, I think 2 years. I had this subscription to this, to Headspace, the app I use to meditate. I never, ever, I did one. Actually, oh my God, I think I did two. I did 2 3-minute meditations, and I was like, all right, bet. I like had it on my home screen. I was like, yeah, I meditate. And I was full of shit. I literally had two sessions in of 3 minutes. And I was like, yeah, no, I get around to it. I poke around, I dabble in it. No, you haven't touched it in 2.5 years. And then I realized, people have been doing this for 2,000-3,000 years. It's got to be something. It's got to be something to it. And this isn't a whole meditation spiel, but that's what it came down to. Was my crutch was connection. My crutch was stimulus. My crutch was, not slowing down. It was either 1 or 100. I'm still figuring that out for myself. It's either like, let's go fucking party and let's have fun. And I need millions of people around me. I need crowded spaces, loud music, lights flashing, which I'm sure for some of you is a nightmare. Love that. Or I'm completely isolated, get my food, go in my room, sit there. Nobody. Hours. It's one or the other. And it's still not to those the borders aren't as far out as they once were. They're in, but they're still finding that medium, finding that, and realizing when you're doing it is the hardest part. Like I talked about, getting off the hook, getting off that hook of like, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I don't have it. Oh, there's no way this is going to work out. As soon as you realize that you're telling yourself that shit, you can stop it. Same way with like I said, with me, with either just going hard, getting crazy, partying with people, having fun, just now, to dead silence, sitting in my room with the lights off, just doing nothing. And there's pros and cons to both, but it can't be polarity. You got to be shifting back and forth. And like I said, this isn't supposed to be a talk on meditation or anything like that by any means, but it's just about taking cracks at it. As I circle back to something I talked about fucking 20 minutes ago, but it's about taking as many swings as possible. I don't know what I want to do, but I'm following what feels right, and I'm just throwing shit up. I'm making YouTube videos. I'm making podcasts. I'm talking to people. I'm figuring it out. I'm networking. I'm doing everything I can. Because if I don't, I'll be where I was before. I'll be mad at myself. I'll be like, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you finally do what you said you were going to do? And it's been great. I'm telling you. The cave you fear holds the treasure you seek. And even if you hate quotes, that one's badass. Think about it. Pretty fucking cool. I'll let you sit there and think about it for a second. Yeah. No, it's a great quote. I know. I'm very, well read. But anyway, yeah, just get after it. Go do it. If you need somebody to fucking tell you to do it, do it. You don't know me. I don't know you, maybe, or I do know you briefly or really well. Go do it. Why not? People are going to make fun of you. People are going to laugh. People are also going to support you. And you're going to realize people you didn't even know have your back. And that's fucking cool. It's cool to get a DM that somebody you barely talked to is like on your team, checking your stuff out, supporting you. It's a great feeling. It trumps all the other bad stuff. Is that awesome moment of just like, damn, I didn't know you actually like gave a shit. Like we only talked a couple times. We only hung out a couple times. And they're your number one supporter. You would never know if you didn't go for it. And just regret, man. Or woman. Staying away from regret. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh well, I failed. Not what if. Damn, what if I would have went up to her? Damn, what if I would have tried to start that business gym? Damn, what if I would have applied that to school? Don't live with that. Fucking go for it. Get after it. More videos coming soon. I love all of you. I appreciate everyone for listening. Shout out to everybody that is now listening that knows me. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know who you are. And I'll see you guys on episode 50. Cannot wait. Get after it. My name has been Jack Hummell and still will be Jack Hummell after this. At Jack Hummell on YouTube, Spotify, everything, Instagram. Go check it out. DM me. Give me some topics to talk about. And just let me know. Let me know what you're getting after. Let me know what your goal is. And let's build a fucking team and go for it. All right. Love all you. See you in the next episode. Peace. There we go. all wrapped up. Episode 49, episode 50 is coming up. Calendar's right there. You can't see it. But episode 50 coming up. I'm at everywhere this, people. Pumped up. Get after it. Please DM me. Please let me know what you're going after. I love hearing it. And I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'll give you the secret sauce of what I'm up to. And let's conquer the fucking world. Love you guys. Peace.